Every CNA knows this sound. It is not just a beep. It is not just a ding. It is the official soundtrack of something is happening somewhere, but nobody knows what. The call light says, "Help," and then it immediately leaves the chat. Now Keisha has to guess. Is it bathroom assistance, ice water, pain, a blanket, the TV remote, a snack, or a sock emergency? Or did Mrs. Johnson just wake up and decide the pillow has an attitude? Because with the traditional call light, nobody knows. The light is blinking like it has tea to spill, but refuses to say the sentence. Welcome back to America's hardest healthcare game show. Guess that. Call light. Where the clues are limited, the stakes are real. And the CNA did not ask to be on national television today. Keisha, your first question. Room 204 has pressed the call light. Do they need bathroom assistance, ice water, pain support, or did the remote vanish into the blanket dimension again? Choose wisely. Keisha brings a blanket. Nope. She brings water. Still nope. She brings the remote. Emotionally close, spiritually thoughtful. But still, not it. Mrs. Johnson needed the bathroom. And this is the problem. The CNA cares. The resident matters. But the call light gave Keisha a riddle with a room number. Next room, Mr. Thomas. Keisha brings water. Nope. He needs the remote. She gives him the remote. Victory? Not yet. Now the sock is sideways. And apparently, that sock has violated the Geneva Convention. She fixes the sock. Now the window shade needs to move exactly 1 inch, not 2 inches, 1. Because Mr. Thomas has standards, and honestly, good for him. Then it happens, 3 call lights. At the same time. That is not a shift. That is a boss level. Keisha looks up like, Lord, I am your child, but I need details. Because when every light just says help, the hallway becomes a mystery escape room, except nobody asked to escape. They just need socks, water, bathroom assistance, and 1 remote that has been missing since breakfast. Keisha goes to Nurse Brenda. Now, every facility has a Nurse Brenda. She has seen everything. Nothing shocks her. A resident could say, my blanket has betrayed me. And Brenda would calmly say, did you document that? Keisha says, the lights keep going off, but I do not know what they need. And Brenda gives the look every nurse gives when the system is old, the floor is busy, and the printer is somehow also jammed. At this point, the call light needs a translator, because beep beep is not enough information. Imagine if your GPS worked like a call light. It would say, turn. Turn where? Just turn. That is not guidance. That is a test of faith. Now, let's be real. The residents are not the problem. The CNAs are not the problem. The nurses are not the problem. The problem is the communication gap. A call light says someone needs help, but it does not always say what kind. And when a floor is busy, that missing detail matters. It can mean extra steps, wrong items, delayed response, confusion, and unnecessary stress for everybody. Now here comes CareCueD. Finally, somebody gave the call light a vocabulary. Mrs. Johnson does not have to send a mystery signal. She taps what she needs. Bathroom assistance, ice water, help before it becomes urgent. Look at that. Communication, a blessing, a miracle, a workflow with manners. Now, Keisha gets the alert. And look at this. It actually says what the resident needs. Bathroom assistance, ice water, fall risk awareness, no mystery, no game show, no remote trapped in the blanket dimension, no plant staring at anybody. Just clear communication. Keisha looks at that phone like, finally, a system that speaks CNA. Now Keisha walks in with the right help the first time. Mrs. Johnson feels heard. Keisha feels supported. The floor feels less chaotic. And nobody had to consult a crystal ball, a game show board, or Nurse Brenda's coffee cup. That is the difference. The right need, the right person, the right information. At the right time. Praise the Lord and pass the workflow. Now, Mr. Thomas can request the remote without starting a federal investigation. Mrs. Johnson can request bathroom assistance without waiting in mystery. Another resident can ask for a blanket. Someone else can ask for a snack. And Nurse Brenda can see what is happening without needing supernatural gifts. The whole floor gets clearer, and the call light mystery era starts packing its little suitcase. Traditional call lights say, help. CareCueD says what kind. Bathroom assistance, ice water, pain, help, remote, blanket. Snack and repositioning. Clear request, clear response. Less guessing, more communication. Because guessing is not a workflow. A call light says help. CareCueD says what kind. And somewhere, Keisha is finally walking into the room with the right item on the first try. CareCueD, Resident First Care, Clear Communication, Safer Facilities. Built by MediSyncD Technologies, LLC,